My name is Tom Harrold. I was part of a group of 5 that opened the Miller Martin office in Atlanta in 1998. In my current position, I'm the partner in charge of our international practice group. When George Busby was governor of Georgia, I ran the state revenue department, and he was very interested in attracting international companies to invest in Georgia, and they all wanted to know how they were going to be taxed. So Governor Busby was really big on attracting Japanese companies and German companies, and I'd have a chance to meet with them. And I noticed that all their lawyers were from New York or Washington or San Francisco, particularly with the Asian clients. And there weren't anybody really doing this in Atlanta, and I thought it couldn't be that hard. So with these other lawyers from White & Case and big law firms, I would have a chance to ask them questions about what are the issues like the double taxation treaties and the visas and tariffs and custom duties and things to anticipate. And then I just told everybody I was an international lawyer in Atlanta. And I started getting a lot of calls from different companies and said they needed an international lawyer. I said, well, I'm right here. So it worked out pretty well until I realized when they were calling me to say, like Bell South International had a big project in Thailand, and the president of the company called me and said, can you help us? I said, of course. Well, I'd never been to Thailand. So I realized very quickly I needed help in these other countries, and that was the genesis of what is now called the World Law Group. Well, I helped Ike Jordan set up the German-American Chamber in 1978, actually when I was still at the Revenue Department. And we got to be fast friends, and then he would be the front person to talk with German companies coming into the South, and they would need a lawyer. And again, they were relying on New York lawyers and Washington lawyers, and then we started the Japan Society about the same time. I think that was actually earlier, 76. And so the Japanese companies had the same thing. So it was a way to meet people. And what I tried to do is go to Germany and really meet them there first. When I went into Munich and met with the Royal Bavarian Family Trust, they had never heard of Miller Martin, but they hadn't heard of any other law firm in Atlanta either, which was gave us a level playing field. And so it's relationships, and it's worked out pretty well. And the international community has grown substantially in Atlanta. I can remember being in Dubai with the guy that ran the Sovereign Wealth Fund for the UAE, and I was telling him about Atlanta, and he said, oh yeah, I know Atlanta quite well. That's where the Miss America contest is. I said, no, that's really Atlantic City. He had no idea where Atlanta was. So it was a challenge and to climb those mountains, but it worked out pretty well, and we're busy.